I'm Jerry, and we are the Military Collectibles Shop. Welcome to yet another edition of What's New at the Military Collectibles Shop. Say it with us. The Military Collectibles Shop.
Well, that's going to catch on.
Right. Yeah. So, this is our little show where we show you the stuff that came into our shop this past week or so. The weather's been a little crummy here, so we haven't had a ton of stuff coming in as we kind of, get our first sniff of winter, I think is happening.
Yeah, and it's been raining a lot.
Yeah,
but,
a couple rainy days.
It's going to start snowing in a little while.
Boo. For those of you who live down south, send us your addresses. We'll be happy to send you some of the snow that we get.
Great idea.
Problem solved. Always thinking I am. Okay, so we got a bunch of different stuff as usual. There's never any rhyme or reason as to what comes in when. And in some ways, it's always fun because it's like Christmas. We never know what might walk through the door and what might walk out again. But yeah, so we got a bunch of interesting stuff. So let's do it alphabetically.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just
We got this abacus over here.
Right. We'll start with the aardvark. Right. All right. Anybody here from Aaron Rodgers? No? Okay.
All right. Let's start with this Luftwaffe second pattern dagger.
That's nice.
With the hanger. Look at that. Nice. If I just had a Luftwaffe officer's uniform to attach that to.
I always like the pumpkin orange grip. This one's made by SMF.
Well, your story seems to check out.
And what's nice about this one, too, is it also has the little Eagle 5 proof mark for acceptance by the Luftwaffe.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
So not always on all the daggers, but just nice to see it when you do see it. You'll see it in some of the earlier ones.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I mean, always happy anytime we get a German dagger in, because they're kind of few and far between, quite honestly. Okay, continuing on with edge weapons. This one was kind of interesting. I still don't know exactly what it is, but I'm dialing it in a little closer. It's basically a U.S. type of naval sword. It's very similar to the 1852 pattern naval sword. It's got an engraved blade, but it's not U.S. Navy. We think that it's actually got like a Coast Guard emblem with the anchor and the shield on it. And it's also got the initials J and M engraved on the blade and inset into the handguard. So what we think this might be, at least at this point, is the Junior Naval Militia.
Ooh.
New York had one. Several other places had one as well. So honestly, the sword, I would think, probably dates from the first part of the 1900s. I was supposed to look at the eagle, because the direction of the eagle on the pommel tells us which way he's facing. And this one is facing to the... Well, if you're looking at him, he's
south?
facing to the right. Yeah, he's facing south. What does that mean? If the eagle's facing south, there'll be 6 more months of winter. Okay, so you Navy guys, let us know when the eagle is from, because they changed that on their sleeve rates too. When the eagle's facing one way or the other, it helps denote the time frame of the sleeve rate.
Is that when they crossed the international date line?
Right.
They changed the patches?
Right, because the toilet's flush in the other direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And now back to you.
All right. Since we're still stuck on edged weapons, we have a French Gras bayonet. And I like the way they made that curvy blade.
Yeah, I think they call it the Yangtze.
And
Is that a river in China? Is that where it's from? The Yangtze
Yeah.
blade? Is that where they got inspired?
(1873). So this. Whoa! This is after the
Franco-Prussian?
Franco-Prussian War, and they were just getting ready to fight the Germans again some other time.
We'll be back. And then we have this bayonet, which is
Wow! Look at that.
very different from
It's
this other.
completely different.
This one's actually British. And this one is for a British Enfield.
Yes.
Kind of from the Civil War period, the U.S. Civil War period.
And you can see it's got a much larger hole there than this little.
Oh yeah. So, and I think these were actually used by Confederates,
Yes.
or as you people down south like to say, Grandpa.
Yep. Well, we have an SA dagger. There's an inscription from Santa Claus on the back.
That would be funny.
It says RZM M7 1938.
Yeah, nice blade. RZM pass. Stop touching the blade.
It just, oh, now it's got rust spots. on
See?
it.
Wipe it off. Wipe off your gooey fingers. Did you watch the Whitman videos? Puts on little gloves.
Wow. We just got this in. I mean, it wasn't rusty until a few minutes ago.
And Mark's big old thumbprint on it.
Well, another room.
You're not the one who gets the emails from all the disgruntled viewers saying, you guys shouldn't be allowed to touch German stuff if you're going to wreck it. And those are just the ones from our friend Gary Jersey. Shout out to Gary.
Speaking about wrecking German stuff,
I can't believe they did that.
and they put a heart in the front.
But this is actually really cool. This is basically a piece of war art, kind of trench art sort of thing. It's a German 1916 helmet that was painted not only in the camouflage kind of the time, but also with somewhat interesting American eagle rendering on it, and then the American and French flags on the back. And it probably hung from this tie, which somebody actually pointed out to me is probably the tie from the gas mask bag.
Ooh. How come they don't have a British flag on there? Maybe they don't like the British so much.
Right. But very neat piece. So we'll be able to get that paint right off of there.
Yeah, it's sandblasted and reconditioned.
Little zip strip that'll fix it right up.
We got a cased Iron Cross First Class. Oh. Well, a silver SA wound badge. I mean, sports badge.
And an Iron Cross First Class case.
Yes, that's nice.
So who's complaining?
We'll have to hold on to the case and see if the Iron Cross shows up.
Yeah, they might still have it.
Yeah.
That's happened before. We've gotten something in and then,
sold it,
and then the other half comes in.
Well, here, you can open up
I get one
box too.
This one's cool. This is a silver wound badge in the nice case. So, shout out to our friend Ken in Florida who likes cases.
Ooh.
And the boxes that they come in. And the little bag that the boxes come in that the cases go in.
Wow.
And the little piece of foil that's wrapped around it. No, I don't know. But yeah, he likes boxes. Anyways, it's kind of cool. I don't know that we've ever had a silver one in a box.
No.
But a nice badge, even without the case. Oh, and shout out to, as long as we're doing shout outs, shout out to our Brazilian friends. See, we got a Brazilian friends.
Wow.
Paulo, who actually was going to Florida. So, hope you had fun. Hope you didn't get sunburned.
Wow.
Yeah. And I learned how to say, like, hey, in Portuguese. Oh, I think it's just oi. I think that's what they do.
Cool.
Yeah. Oi, Paulo!
All right. So we made an enemy and.
We've got people who hate us all around the world. Oh, yeah. And thanks to you who keeps giving us the thumbs down. Really? Really? Come on.
We have one of these.
Go watch your cat videos.
World War II U.S. Military thingamajob for aiming a.
That's not World War II.
It's dated 1942 or something. That's
Really?
what the guy said.
Yeah.
Well,
What do I know? I know we got a Russian one, too.
is it World War II?
Who knows? The interesting thing is they stuck the Army decal on the box, but this is a Russian.
Gunner's
You
Quadrant.
said it was Russian, but this is in English. Did the Russians use English?
Just to confuse us.
I think we were had. Two targets. Huh. Oh well.
This one says line of fire on it. This one, yeah, okay.
Oh, there is some little Cyrillic Y.
I think they bought those from Sears or something.
Right.
All right, well,
Sears
whatever
gunnery
this thing
catalog.
is, we'll have to research this a little more. 'Cause,
Warrants further research.
yes. We'll put this in the berry pile.
But you artillery guys know what we're looking at.
There you go.
Oh, speaking of artillery,
Look at that.
and
This is this looks like a firing pin off of a 105 howitzer.
there you go. And this is the lanyard pull thing from.
You have like a cord or something, and you just yank it, and it.
I don't know. Neat.
Yeah, this is. I mean, if you had your piece of artillery thing, this thing was broken.
Oh, I'm
This
sure
could
they
be
did break.
very much of a high demand item for. I'm sure all sorts of our guys own big artillery pieces.
Right.
That they were looking for those parts.
All right, this is cool. Now this is part of that collection that I bought, but I pulled it out to show one of our Marine friends.
Was his name Alex?
No.
Oh.
Well, this guy's was. No, Philip.
Oh.
But shout out to Bryce. What's up, Bryce? But this is cool because he was an early Marine, served from 1914 to 1918, and so we got some early EGAs with both. EGA stands for Eagle, Globe, and Anchor.
Ooh.
Right? And the World War I Victory Medal with the interesting West Indies bar. And I have to admit I had to look up and see where exactly the West Indies was.
And it was near Florida, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of around like Cuba and
Yeah.
like the Pirates of the Caribbean, they'd have been issued the West Indies Medal. Probably. If they served in
Oh
World War
yeah.
I. But neat, the Good Conduct Medal is named to him. And there's a couple other Marine Expedition Medal and the whatever one this is. Dominican campaign.
Wow.
Which is interesting because the ribbon that he has is like reversed from the medal that he has. So I don't know if he's missing a medal or if he just got the wrong ribbon. And obviously this thing is this is a later thing, so somebody made this up for him, but still, it's a great
You
little
think Alex
grouping.
did that?
Now I see where you're getting the Alex from. Yeah. But neat little group.
All right. Oh, look at this. This is a very early medics bag pouch. You know, they kind of changed it, but this is one of those expanding pouches. I don't. Why did they use the ones that you had to tie up? Where
Those are the
this
second
one-
pattern.
But this one was
Easier.
easier. You could just snap it and make it smaller quickly instead of having to tie this thing. And
I think
this
what they,
is a
I
better
think they
idea,
figured,
except for that snapping noise would attract sniper fire.
I think that they figured that they could actually tie things onto that other one. I don't know.
Oh,
You'll have to check out
but
next time we ask a medic.
but this is cool. You know, you don't see these.
No, that's actually the first one I believe we've had. All right, these look like regular combat boots, but actually they are flight boots, which is cool.
Wow.
How do I know they're flight boots? Because they came from this Marine who had this flight helmet. So that's really cool.
Did he fly?
He did. He flew in the Gulf War, I believe.
Yeah.
And a couple neat things about this. I mean, it's got the visor. It's a cool helmet anyhow. He's got it all covered with the reflective tape, so they could be, if they needed to be spotted. You know, it's got the night vision mount.
I thought he was a door gunner.
Yeah, right. He was a door gunner, which will bring us to the
What keeps
strap.
him from falling out of the helicopter?
Excellent question. This heavy ass strap here. You know that.
Wow.
What's cool about this, and one thing I didn't realize, is that a lot of the Marines, the flying Marines, utilize camouflage covers on their helmets. So this actually has the I'm not going to put the whole thing on, but you could. It's got a kind of a custom-made camouflage cover to go over it with all these little hook and loop points
cool.
on it. So we ended up getting a couple flight suits and his boots and a bunch of the squadron patches, including the one that's actually on the helmet from the White Knights, which is cool.
Wow.
So a bunch of different squadron patches too.
And I remember him telling us how he put these things on, but
That's funny. Kelvin and Hobbes. Okay, it looks like our battery is about to die.
uh-oh.
We got a German fur pack.
I think that's an engineer's pack. It's got all those little extra doodads, and it's hard shell and doesn't fall apart, and it's really cool. And the harness to keep the guy from falling out of the helicopter.
And one of my favorite pieces, a new puppet joining us, it's Puppet Tom, who is one of our, what do we call them, the Saturday Irregulars.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
hopefully we'll be seeing Tom appear in several more films.
Tom was in the Civil War, wasn't he?
He might have been. He comes to the shop a lot.
Uses that portal.
We've known him for a long time. He's one of the oldest members in the shop. Okay. That's my impression of Tom. Okay, so battery's going to die. But thanks, as always, for joining us. We appreciate having you here. Subscribe, because then you'll get all the updates on these. And otherwise, we'll see you next time. Until then, I'm Jerry.
And I'm Mark.
And we are the Military Collectibles Shop. Visit our website at www.militarycollectorshq.com.